Word here? Yeah, there it is. All right, late night stream, and the goal here is, well, it's late night for me because I go to bed at 10. So to me, this counts. Um, I was using Claude Code to help me generate some cool stuff here. We have services with Docker Compose, but we're using Podman Compose. That's what I use at work, so it just helps me to be aware of its quirks. There's a lot of them. Um, you just have to do different things, like have to mount with this Z tag. I'm not really sure why, but you need it for permissions. Would not normally need to do that with Docker Compose. Okay, so I have volumes for Postgres. We have a persistent database. What we're going to do is, well, it's going to be broken now because I deleted stuff that Cloud Code did so that I can learn. I don't think it's going to work. Loading messages here isn't going to load anything. But what happens is you can type in a message. This is my message to save in the DB, right? And then when I click send, it'll go to the message. We'll be able to see it here. So there's a UI to test our idea. We're just getting good. Again, this is the best thing you can possibly do. It's the best way to learn is to avoid that feeling where you want AI to do things and then you try to read its code and see if you understand. If you are learning, you should be writing. It's the only way. It's the same thing like this is what we learn in school when you're a student. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, one step at a time. All right, this is what we have. We have a basic fast API thing. We've done this before. I'm going to have fat fingers here. Test, test. Okay. It's running. We have in our backend service here. There's a couple problems here. I'm not sure what was going on. I might restart. Looks like we're okay. Okay, let's check out the fast API endpoint. Let's do that. So at localhost 3000, and I want to do no 8000. Yeah, just like that. All right, we have some docs. We have test. Can we test it? This old hat. We've done this before. Okay, get back what we need. All right, very, very simple application here. Um, yeah, I keep saying that. Very simple thing here. This here. I'm gonna try to stop doing that. It's tough when you start a pattern, vocal pattern. Okay, so next steps. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, based on the advice of Claude, makes sense to me, is we need to create. First of all, let's go to the Fast API docs because I believe I might be lucky, and inside of this we'll find out some good patterns for setting up the database. And specifically, I'm interested in if there's like on startup how to get the app to create the tables, if there's any good ways, any good methods for doing this. And I'm just using regular SQL Alchemy. See, I'm glad they do this. This is just such good practice. Okay, I think I'll need Pydantic eventually, but we won't import that until we need it. Okay, so no reason to type that. It's here. This is great stuff. We're learning slowly. That's all you can hope for. That's all you can do. But we're trying to move quickly. We're getting off at 9:30, logging off at 9:30, not getting off. No such thing. And then the goal is to go to bed so that we can wake up at. It's gonna be this time. I'm gonna wake up at 5:30, I think. So, um, on event is deprecated. This is new docs. Am I using something that's so ridiculous? That not a great sign. Nothing ever works the way you expect it to. That's why you have to work for a lot longer than you think. I guess my handler should be async. See, I don't even know enough about fast API and async stuff. See, I don't know what I'm doing yet. And I continue to not know what I'm doing week after week. Do you guys see how this is a problem? We can't keep this. We cannot continue this. Um, just not knowing the basics. It's not okay. All right. Um, I really don't like this. Like, how is this really what's, am I missing something? Are we on the, like, I just don't understand. This is just so cryptic to me. You can find logic. I'm not sure why this is true. Okay, it feels like tests would run in their own files, but I guess that's true. Okay, I understand. You do it all in one, I guess. I learned all about yield last weekend, but I did forget, I think. So yield, I wanted to understand it for first principles, but basically, obviously we know what it does. It basically lets you return something from a function over time rather than returning everything all at once. Um, but does this using some kind of heap-oriented approach? Approach. Okay. Yeah, dude. AI is I'm almost starting to become anti-AI. Like I am getting there. It makes you question, could I be anti everything? Like, why is the internet better? Automation up to the point of AI is good somehow. I guess I'm not anti-AI for looking up information. The problem is when it's writing the code. And docs are often better than what you get from AI. So the day that AI can create very good docs, that's when, yeah, the point is that if you want to learn, you have to just read stuff to find the truth. Uh-huh. Not getting tired. We're good. Let's keep going. All right. So this is clear now, right? And I can even do a print, right? We do a print statement, and in that we can see how this works. Async context manager. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay. After this, rather than continuing with the implementation, what's going on here? What is it saying is wrong? Oh, oh, interesting. It's not a fast API thing. Okay. And then I need to give it to the app, of course. Spend a lifetime, no. Um, before. Nice. Okay, this works. Okay, so, you know, I'll put this in this main file. I mean, I could, okay, what could I do? Nah, this goes in this file. It's a part of the, what else would go in here if not this? Um, so we'll do like a initdb function like this. Yield, that's what we'll do. Um, we need a folder. It needs to be a package. I think that'll happen naturally, I'm not really certain. Um, for db. You just have to do the work. You just have to do the work. initdb and create tables it was, right? It's not a, we're not really initializing the DB, but I'm fine with using, wow, I almost said the word verbiage, which is something that people at work say. That I don't criticize it, I hear it and I'm like use different naming convention, I guess I would say. Oof, DB and tables for now. To this. I think this is the right way to. Could I just have done this? Would this work just as well? I think it would work just as well. Okay. Okay. I hate to say this, but we need to do something else. We need to understand the async nature of this. We need to actually understand things. Oh, did I already mess this up? Well, I don't even know how async await works in Python, do I? It's atrocious. I can't remember anything. right, so we have to get to the bottom of understanding async code. This is going to require a slightly different way of doing things. Let's just get a new script in here. Okay, uh, new thing. Okay, uh, let's see, my scripts. Okay, um, I don't know. What should we do? Uh, I actually do think that this will be good here. See, I said here that time. I don't know what that is. That's a thing I'm doing recently. It'll be good for this case. Um, I don't know if this is good or not. I'm okay with 4.5. A lot of people hate on it, but I think there's like a kind of understanding that's really useful. Oh, it's like the same thing, isn't it? Interesting. Maybe I just need to read docs. I don't know. At a certain point, I just need to understand this stuff myself. This doesn't seem to be helping. Um, it's probably better. just wish I could be maxing on programming more. I don't know enough. Don't you guys agree? Like, I should post this. I guess I could stream on, I could literally stream on X, right? Like, I could just be doing that. We could just be streaming on X. Why am I streaming here? I may have to stop on YouTube. I could just stream on X. That's stupid. I never thought about that. Like, I'm certainly gonna do that. I need to drastically change up my profile though. Like, I just don't take it seriously. Okay. Um, there really is so much to know. I know the operating system is what supports this and makes it possible. Synchronous. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way those, it's funny. What am I doing trying to introduce like real web software engineering to some data scientists? I just, they're smarter than me, so they can figure it out, you know? I wouldn't be able to, not with such limited information. Mm. No pun intended. Is there an async all? Okay, we're just reminding ourselves about how these things work. Okay, I'm almost ready to start testing my knowledge. So the question is, what if you had an async function with code that isn't async going on in it? That's an interesting question. I don't know why my hand on this side can't type right now. Is there any reason? That's interesting. I don't know what to believe right now. Like, I don't really get what it is I'm supposed to be doing here. It's just weird. Okay. Okay. I think it's funny. I keep looking for what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, like focusing on and getting stuff done. And the truth is that I have not yet become a software engineer. After all this time, still not really a software engineer. I don't really know how to build things, you know? It requires so much more knowledge than I just spent so much time doing mathematical programming on Code Wars. Like I can do that stuff in my sleep. Um, all right. Let's see. We don't need this. What do we need? We don't need that. Yeah, I see. I understand what's happening here. Okay. All right. So basically, in my own words, an async function is just a function that allows a wait, and an async function is then something that can be awaited, its return value. Not sure about yielding in an await function. I need to ask that. You guys see how hard this is? You just, what about yielding? Why is this like this? I feel like yield is already like a weight in that, but it won't be, I'm curious. Non-blocking is the key here. Guys, yeah, I just have to get better at Python. It's weird how like no language is a beginning language. You just have to learn them. People hate on Python a lot. There's a lot of things I don't like about it too, but it will definitely like teach you about, ironically, about computers. Like it's enough to do that, you know? Like, if you spend enough time with it, you can actually learn things. All right, where are we at now? I'm gonna, am I gonna stop here? I mean, I think so.